Welcome to Before the Bat, the Gotham podcast, your weekly guide to the TV show Gotham and all things Batman. I am Phil, and of course you know Kelly's here.
Of course. Or am I Oswalda?
We'll get into all that, but yes, Tyler's not here with us in person, but he's here in spirit as he sent me his quick review of Gotham, so here it is.
Hello, Batman. Yes, Tyler is here for a quick update because schedules collide and sometimes I get called into work earlier than the crows. Why do you say crows? I don't know. But here's my thoughts on this Gotham. I'm liking this season. It's getting its stride. Gotham is a very interesting beast of a show because you want it to be more Batman with the characters, but at the same time, Bruce is still a child. And at the same time, we're like, whoa, we need to hold back. We need to develop Bruce. But let's get some of the cool key points. One, I love that Bruce wants Alfred to training. And Alfred gives him shoes to run home. Awesome. Reminds me of the scene in Police Academy where they make Mahoney ride behind the car. I would have liked to have seen a scene of Bruce running. Two, something that was very interesting in this episode. We get a police captain, it's the captain, right? To come in, Michael Chiklis, who's everything Gordon wants him to be. But what's the catch? He's busting down on the cops, and Gordon made a boo-boo by doing a favor for Penguin. So now, the man that he admires and wants to work with can catch him too. Penguin, awesome. Love that he's embraced the name, and he's crazy. Some people got cobblepotted this week. It was awesome to see. He definitely shanked him. And then, of course, we have Theo, who is still creepy as ever and manipulative as ever, working with the Penguin. Kind of wondering why Penguin didn't just join up with him. And then we have Barbara playing Theo and Tabitha, which is so weird. I think somebody's going to knife Barbara. And then we have the really awkward introduction of Silver St. Cloud. Which, awkward, she's playing in the fountain just in time that Bruce can see her. So, did Theo set this up? She's Theo's niece. Interesting. Well, ward. Maybe that's why Bruce gets the idea of having a ward. Who knows? But her introduction is interesting, just because how does Bruce perceive her? And then let's bring it to the other woman in Bruce's life, Kat. Alfred slapped her across the face. The best part of the entire episode. Even better than Riddler and Kringle's date, which was pretty sweet because we're finally getting the Riddler character, I believe, with Enigma having his talks to himself. So we'll see where that goes. And then just another thought that Tyler had. Wouldn't it be really cool if Bruce watches a TV show called The Grey Ghost? Wouldn't that be neat if they just threw that in there somewhere? If Bruce is watching TV, it's on in the background. Kids at school, Grey Ghost figures. I don't know. Just a thought.
All right, he hit the whole episode. We don't need to do anything. Good night, everyone.
That's right.
So, well, let's get into this. Some of the plots he hit. That whole Alfred thing was great. I mean, between him giving Bruce the shoes, saying, hey, you wanted to train, here's your training.
Yeah, except poor Alfred's going to have to start training too if he's going to keep up with Bruce.
I know, he's like, I clocked it at 6 miles. You want me to walk? No, I expect you to run.
Yes, yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Alfred's not a spring chicken.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe this will keep him young.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Oh, but what about the scene with him and Selina?
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. So he definitely knows about Reggie.
Yes, he most assuredly knows. And it's gotta hurt him that Bruce has kept that secret from him.
Yeah.
But
you think
it's a girl, understandably so. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he knows how Bruce feels about her, and once again, he's trying to protect Bruce. And
right.
It's gonna blow up in his face.
Of
again.
course, it always does.
And when they showed him at school twice, so I mean, they should be bringing back our friend Cole Vallis any day.
That's right. That's exactly right. Bring back Cole. Bring back Cole.
All right, let's get to the big thing of the week. Everyone's been heralding us as geniuses after last podcast when we were talking about Penguin's mother, and then guess who shows up?
Of course, she's kind of like the major plot point. Oh, please save me.
I was trying to figure out what she was saying on the camera. Was at one point was she like, I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
Yeah, I think that's what she was saying. Yeah, she's just a mess. I mean, she obviously needs her medication.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she needs a lot. I just wonder how long have they had her prisoner, and how come Oswald has he not gone to see his mother, that he doesn't know that they have her?
Or does he not live with his mother anymore?
Well, he's the king of crime in Gotham, just about. Yeah. So hopefully,
well, you never know. Poor mother is a bit needy.
Yeah, Theo did his homework.
Yes, he did. He did. He knew she would be easy to grab. And what was he thinking, not having protection on his mother?
Oh, I'm guessing he thought with Fish dead, quote unquote dead, that maybe no one else knew about her, or
Not very good thinking there.
No. Or unless he hasn't really been thinking of his mother and just...
That's not good.
Just firing shotguns into the ceiling.
Yeah. That's not good.
Messed up, Oswald.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I wanted. No, bad Oswald.
Bad Oswald.
What else do we get? Oh, how fake was Theo when he was like, when he was getting his medal and everything, and then 2 seconds after the shots, he makes his decision to run for mayor, quote unquote, 2 seconds after the shots go,
Yeah, and how creepy was it that, he and Oliver both had the same idea in the same week. And they were both fake.
Everyone wants to be mayor.
Sorry.
What? Oliver was sincere.
You think?
Theo just is like...
You really think he's ready for this?
No, he's not. He's not. I don't know if he's ready for it, but I'm saying he was sincere in his desire, I guess, to run for mayor.
That's probably true, but he's not at all qualified. Sorry. It's kind of like Donald Trump. Is that what they're trying to say? Is this a commentary on our political race? I mean, think about it.
Oh,
Trump is a guy who's filed bankruptcy how many times, and are they trying to have a political commentary? Anyway,
what are you saying? What are you saying that Theo locked up Oswald's mother because she's an immigrant?
Oh. Gotta wonder.
So let's see, where else? Oh, what about?
Have we seen her birth certificate yet?
I don't think so. Were you telling me that's an American accent?
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah. But what about the big thing of the episode? The new captain, Nathaniel Barnes.
Gotta love us some commish.
And the Thing from Fantastic Four.
Yes, yeah. I'm a big fan I was a big fan of the commish, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, because that's what we said. He knows cop dramas. He knows superheroes. So.
Exactly. And he'll know how to put the people in their place, and it's going to get interesting because he can play the straight cop really well,
Oh yeah, he walked in and fired a handful of people.
Exactly. Wow, so many congruencies between Arrow and Gotham this week. That's just kind of weird. Gotta wonder
if
the writers' rooms have been talking.
Which show wants to be the other show?
Yeah, well, that's a good question.
So do you think Barnes is on the up and up, or is he going to turn out to be dirty and like working for Theo or something?
Oh, I think he's going to be dirty. I really do. He comes across as this, real strong character that's going to clean up the town, but my guess is he's the biggest crook ever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but do you think because he comes across as so clean-cut that's why we think he's going to be crooked, or just because it's Gotham and we expect any new character to be like that to be crooked?
Oh, both of those reasons, I think. It's Gotham. But
it's like, oh, there's a second clean cop in Gotham.
Yeah, exactly. And it won't last long. Because somebody's going to get something on him. You know that'll happen. And they'll threaten his family or whatever. Even if he is a good guy, they'll make him a bad guy.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how Gotham works. It chews you up and spits you out.
And he seems to know everybody. Well, he read everyone's file, but he knows everyone's secrets, it seems, because he knew to call Jim at Leslie's place.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying. I think he's in with the Theo.
But I was just like, how meta was that when he made that phone call? And he was like, oh, everyone knows you're banging the doctor. And I'm like, well.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty bizarre.
Well, yeah, it was all over the internet.
Of course. Of course. So when
yeah, there's a lot.
How long we have till Bruce is going to be born?
What?
Their child in real life.
Oh, yeah. Oh, are they going to name him Bruce?
And that's what we were saying. They need to name him Bruce.
Name him Jim.
That would be awful.
After my character.
Hopefully it's not a girl. They don't name her Barbara.
Oh.
That would be awful. But it was Barbara that brought them together, you know.
Yeah. Oh, on the show, yeah. Oh, my head. You think they're gonna have her get pregnant on the show?
I'm thinking eventually they're probably gonna have to, especially with as form-fitting a clothes as they wear.
Yeah, unless they just have her, the rest of the season standing behind tables and. Well,
they could get away with 3-4 months maybe without, but after that, they're pretty much in trouble.
Because that's what I think I was talking to Tyler about before. We were saying, well, yeah, we don't know how far along she is and how many shows did they already shoot before they,
Right. Exactly.
So, I'm thinking they can get away till at least mid-season.
Yeah. Well, that could be an interesting problem, too, of where they put the break, how they're going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I think I heard, did they say they're only doing one break? Well, thank goodness they're only doing one break this season.
Yeah, well, I think that's a problem because our young Mr. Munoz keeps growing. They're going to have to kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's going to become a problem eventually.
Unless you don't think they could wrangle it so it's like, oh, well, since he's been training, he's been getting more muscular and bigger.
I think he's going to have a growth spurt. That's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen. But, you never know with kids, but I'm betting he's going to have a growth spurt.
Speaking of growth spurt, what about his meeting with Silver St. Cloud?
Uh-oh. That's nothing but trouble.
Just the look on his face, I was like, uh-oh.
Uh-huh. That's gonna be trouble for Bruce.
Oh, and it's planned to be trouble, Theo's niece.
Right, of course.
I wonder if that's his niece, quote-unquote, just like Tabitha is his quote-unquote sister.
Yeah, oh yeah, agreed, yeah. Definitely not related.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're all related, once again, I'm doing all these air quotes, quote-unquote, through, like, the Court of Owls or something.
Well, either that or they could all be, vegan vampires. Who knows?
I was going to say that.
Like Twilight, where they just kind of group together.
None of them look alike.
I know. That's what was so funny about it. Besides sparkly vampires. But anyway, I digress.
Mm-hmm. So I just wonder what Silver's going to have Bruce do.
Oh, yeah. Well, because he's going to be gaining all these new skills because he's being trained. Mm-hmm. What's she going to try to get him to do for her? And then they're going to use that against him, of course.
Oh, I see it. If not before, by the end of the season, Bruce is going to be in big trouble thanks to Silver, and guess who's going to have to team up to save? Guess who's going to have to team up to save him? Alfred and Selina.
Yep, it's coming. Definitely coming, and maybe even Ivy helping to bring Ivy back.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I just think Alfred and Selina aren't going to want to team up, but they're going to have to.
Yeah. And it's gonna
just like
it's gonna toast Alfred's tacos. He's gonna be mad, but there's not gonna be any other way to do it.
He's English. It's gonna boil his tea and crumpets.
Well, you want to boil your, well, you don't boil your tea, but you boil your water, and then, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to team up, just like we say on the Marvel podcast. Mark our words, me and Kelly are geniuses. We're psychic. We call our home runs before we hit them. So
promise, don't have any friends in the writer's office on this show. So
no, we heard from the Arrow writers.
Yeah, we'll just watch the Arrow writers and see what they're doing. And it's just kind of creepy. That, I mean, you think about how many coincidences have lined up like that.
So what are you saying? Fish is going to be back? They're going to throw her in a Lazarus pit?
They might, yeah, or no. Or the doll maker might have had his way with her and come back somebody different. There
you go. Oh, well, let's get to the big thing of this episode. Eddie and Kristen Kringle's first date.
Well, that wasn't creepy at all. He's gonna end up killing her, That's what's gonna put him completely over the edge.
What, after she breaks his heart?
Yeah, or he perceives that she has done something wrong when she really hasn't.
Or she lets him know that she's discovered that he killed what's his face, Officer Doherty.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that was a big. Oh, I'm glad he's dead. What? He just left town. Oh, I mean, dead to you.
Yeah, exactly. Hello. Hello, Mr. Obvious. Yes.
Oh man, yeah. In his split personality, I said on the live tweet, which of course you can live tweet with me every Monday night, 8 Eastern, at Before the Bat Pod. But I was like, if those two sleep together, is that technically a threesome?
Oh no. I guess technically, mentally it would be.
Because I don't understand how she didn't run out of there screaming, because, first he's like, oh, I'm glad he's dead, and then it's like, oh, I talked to myself.
Because a lot of people want to think the best in people, no matter what. I mean, that's just, what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I guess he won big points when he saved her life.
Yeah, that's probably pretty big. So.
Well, when he came in and he was like, dinner tonight.
Yes.
Shame moi. I guess she doesn't speak French.
I guess not. I don't know, but I just thought it was really funny. And I think that, she's kind of oblivious. Have you ever met somebody that was just so sheltered in life they're oblivious? I had a college roommate like that.
Yeah, I've met people like that, yeah.
And I think that's just kind of how she is.
Or, it's one of those types where she doesn't know any better and she gets into these abusive relationships because, we know Doherty was hitting her and now she's with the psycho.
Yeah, well. Psycho.
Maybe we'll see she had family issues or something.
Yeah.
Something.
It's definitely she's just not right in the head. That's just all there is to it.
Well, if she wasn't before, she's definitely not going to be right in the head when he's done.
Yeah, with it. Very, very true. Yeah, and I love how he is just playing this character so well. To see that disjointed, multiple personality kind of, just totally creep factor is off the chart. It's great.
Alright, where else?
That poem, roses are red, violets are blue, I'm schizophrenic and so am I. You ever heard that one?
I think I might have heard it a long time ago. That is good. So am I.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Oh, what about Barnes' task force?
Uh-oh. That's gonna be trouble.
I know. You think he could say it's because he doesn't want anybody corrupt, but you think there's a reason he pulled people from the academy and not from the actual force?
Yes. Because they're young and impressionable.
easy to manipulate.
Exactly. Yep. I mean, it's bad, but younger people are much easier to manipulate because they don't have life experience. They don't, they've been taught to have such a reverence, well, used to be, I don't know so much anymore, but reverence for people that are older with experience, and they're, that they don't question.
Yeah. It just seems like, Bullock's just seems like along for the ride at this point.
Yeah, and I kind of wonder if it's going to be Bullock that's kind of going to put a stop to some of this.
Oh, yeah, I never thought I'd say this, but yeah, Bullock's probably going to be the voice of reason.
I know, that's kind of terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, so, they their first unofficial assignment is Penguin's murder spree.
Of course.
Why didn't he just tell Jim that they're holding his mother?
Yeah, you would think.
He told Butch.
Yeah, but Butch is his butt. Yeah.
Yeah. But Gordon would probably help him if he
probably.
He told him.
Yeah, probably, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe he's afraid that his mom would be killed if he told him.
Yeah.
Which having Mama Cobblepot alive is kind of the whole point, right?
What's that?
Kind of having Mama Cobblepot alive is the whole point, isn't it?
Yeah, but do you think she's going to last the season?
I don't know. I think I kind of wonder if she's not going to... Okay, this is funny. For some reason in my mind, I just see her and Bullock. Her going to Bullock and telling him stuff. And then Bullock coming down on Jim.
Oh.
Because I think Mama Cobblepot would respect him, because he's an older guy and she's going to think he's cute. And, you know what I'm saying? She's just kind of, something's going to happen to her and she's going to have to be rescued again. And she's going to feel like she can trust him. I just think that could be a lot of fun if they played that way.
Oh, yeah.
Because can you imagine Bullock and Mama Cobblepot together? I mean, that's really messed up, but funny.
I was going to say, she's not trampy enough for him. Oh, and then we got that cool scene with Victor Zsasz.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love some Zsasz.
It just seems so weird to me because in the comics he's a knife guy, and every time he kills somebody, he marks his skin with the knife. So it's just weird to see him with guns.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Well, I think they played him. Yeah, he's always been knives. I didn't really notice that.
Unless they just as the show goes on, show him getting more and more crazier, and he just goes to the knives.
Yeah, that could be. Or he loses it in the restaurant.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it becomes his weapon of choice. Something where it's his weapon of choice because it's the only thing that's available.
Yeah, he kills a chef or something.
There you go. There was a fly in my food.
But, what we didn't talk about last week? Did you see Who Wants to Be on Gotham?
Oh, yes! Oh, yes.
Because I even wrote the blog about it and who he should play, Marilyn Manson.
Oh, that would be interesting, too. Yeah, I was thinking you were talking about Huey's Playhouse.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's gonna be on Gotham. Yeah, Oswald's father.
Yeah, that's perfect casting because he was to begin with.
Yeah, well, and picking up the role he played in 1992's Batman Returns, Paul Rubens, a.k.a. Pee Wee Herman, is going to be Oswald's father.
Yup. Yeah, Pee Wee's Playhouse. Sounds like Mama Cobblepot. You know what I'm saying? That theme just sounds like Mama Cobblepot singing.
Oh my god, can you imagine her and him?
Oh, yeah, I totally can. Maybe that's why she's insane.
Maybe
she had strapped her to Cherry for way too long.
She's like, "Oh, you're back," and he's like, "I know you are, but when am I?" Huh?
Oh my goodness! Yeah, we have these things at work that they're like backrests, for your bed. And I see them, like we had them when it was back to school for the college kids, and every time I see them, I start laughing because they look like Cherry. I just can't stop. So yeah, that's gonna be really, really bizarre.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. But yeah, no, I forgot about that. No, what I was talking about is Marilyn Manson wants to be on Gotham.
That's pretty crazy too.
Yeah, but I even wrote the blog. I even wrote the blog a couple weeks ago. I said he should be how do you say his name? Abattoir. He's a cannibal serial killer. So I'm like, that'd be perfect for Marilyn Manson.
There you go. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, his whole thing is like he thinks if he eats people, he I don't know, he gets power from their souls or whatever. So
that's actually that was Iroquois Indians believed that, I believe, if my history serves. Yeah,
and he had the long stringy hair and stuff. I mean, Marilyn Manson would be perfect for that part if they bring him on.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, think of Gotham's got to think about how guest stars help affect their ratings, and that would bring a whole nother genre of people into watching Gotham. But I gotta say, I've been amazed at how many people actually watch Gotham, that I know.
Oh yeah, me too.
Of the superhero shows that I watch, I'd say this is the most widely watched show.
Oh yeah, I get stopped by people at work, and I get stopped all the time by people, and I'm like, "Oh, you watch Gotham? I didn't know."
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So it's nice because I can actually talk to people at work about it, which is kind of bizarre because there's only a few of us who are superhero obsessed. So, but I do have a coworker that does have Superman and Green Lantern tattoos, so that's pretty cool.
You work with Tyler?
No, not Tyler. But it just surprises me. I mean, I guess the two things that surprise me are that, the Flash and stuff has that ratings the same as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., essentially the same amount of viewers in the demo, which is surprising. But to me, I guess I find it more surprising that Gotham is really a pretty dark show on a network. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just really surprised that it has gained so many followers, because at first the start was kind of a little rocky, and I didn't know if people would stick with it, and I'm glad that they have.
Well, that's the power of Batman, and it's even though Batman isn't technically in the show, we just have Bruce, but that's how popular Batman is. That's
true. Well, and I think a lot of people are very curious about these villains.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice way. It's kind of going at Batman backwards.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
And just the performances. I mean, Robin Lord Taylor. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
I just love how they tracked him down as the killer. It's like, yeah, he wore fancy clothes and had a funny walk.
Yeah, exactly. Wonder who that could be.
Only one of those in Gotham.
Yeah. Well, unless somebody tries to frame him. Think of how easy he would be to frame.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, it'd be very simple.
Yeah, but you'd have to be close to his body type, too. You can't be like, yeah, he was 6'7", and he had his funny walk.
Yeah, but how many people are 6'7"? You know?
Well, Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying. They have to be close to him.
Yeah, but still, that wouldn't be that hard.
No.
I wouldn't put it past our nice mayor guy to do that. Hire an actor about his size, imitate his speech and walk, kill somebody, and then frame Penguin to get him out of the way.
And he's fully embraced the name Penguin, it seems.
Yes, even though he used to hate it. Yeah, he likes it now, because it makes him distinctive.
Oh, I love when he was telling Theo and Tabitha. He was like, last year I was holding Fish Mooney's umbrella. Now her and, what's his name? The other gangster. So he's like, are dead by my hand. What? Maroney, yes, thank you. Yeah, he's like, Fish and Maroney are dead by my hand, and Falcone's in hiding, and I'm the king of Gotham.
I'm like thinking, where's the fly on the wall to record this for the GCPD?
I know! That's what I was thinking. I was like, does Theo have a recorder? Or
who's going to blackmail him with that? Because, that was just too good not to pass up.
Although I guess they're probably both thinking, well, if I squeal on this guy, he's going to squeal on me, so.
Yeah, but, cut a deal, because they want him more than they want them.
Yeah, well, for now.
Yeah. Only double, there's no double jeopardy, so.
Yeah, well, who cares about Theo? Remember what the newspaper editor says. Who cares what who the mayor's sleeping with or what the mayor's doing?
Apparently, the people in Starling City do, or Star City.
Oh yeah, well, they keep ending up dead.
Yeah,
exactly. Who's running for mayor? Let's check the obituaries.
That's right. That's it. That works. Because it's a comic book show. Gotta love it.
Oh yeah.
And who runs a city by committee? That's a way to get a lot of stuff done.
Yeah, just look at Congress.
Yeah. You know what the opposite of Congress is, don't you? Regress.
What?
Progress.
Wow, you're just full of them
I
today.
am.
Punny business. Back in business.
It's terrible.
I can tell you've been talking to Lilith.
That I have.
Oh, she was asking me something about Flash last night, like why Jay Garrick doesn't have his powers, and I was like, oh, Kelly didn't talk you off this ledge? She's like, yeah, we talked.
Excuse me. Yes, we did talk.
But she wanted to ask me. I was like, oh. I'm like, yeah. Oh, we keep going back to Flash and Arrow.
Yes, we do.
Well, like, kind of the point that Tyler brought up, I think they need to bring in, like, a masked vigilante on this show.
Oh, I agree. I totally agree with that.
I thought it was going to be Montoya last season, but they got rid of her.
Yeah. Well, because they got to have somebody that these criminals actually kind of fear. Besides Gordon. And Gordon would have to deal with the vigilante, too. He would have kind of the same quandary as Lance does.
Yeah.
And then for our new commissioner, there's another person for him to hunt.
Oh yeah, but I mean, what if it was Jim who even if just for a little bit was a masked vigilante, and then that could explain why he's so open to working with Batman later on.
That could. Or what about Leslie?
In her condition?
Well, not right now, but I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Well, it's hard because it depends how they go with the character. Because even in the comics, like she was a pacifist.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was in the comics she was a friend of Thomas Wayne's, and she was kind of like a mother figure to Bruce because she was a little older, and like she always told him how she didn't like approve of how he did things as Batman because he solved problems with his fists and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Was she the one
so yeah, must they go
taking away squirt guns from kids and making them use spray bottles because it was a gun?
Probably. So, did anything we miss in this episode?
I love the meeting at the beginning. It was hilarious. The great 80s hair.
And then some of they had like the painted eyes. I was like, what is that? The Arrow fan club?
Yes, exactly. And wait a minute, or maybe it's somebody from the new Gem and the Holograms movie.
Well, yeah, that's what I said in the live tweet. I said, where is Oswald? In the middle of an 80s music video?
Well, no, have you seen the new Gem movie that comes out this week? Like the promos for it? She's got like half her face painted.
Yeah, I saw the preview.
Like, really? Really?
When are we going to get it to a point when people have original thoughts again?
That's a good question, because everything is just reboots, sequels, and otherwise, you know?
Yes. You know, it's like, you know, all that stuff from, like, you know, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. It's like, you know, that's the stuff we had when we were younger. It's like, what are our kids going to have? Well, the same thing we had, but just reboots.
Seinfeld 5.0.
I don't think anyone wants to touch Seinfeld because you can't improve on that.
I don't know. It was a show about nothing. How can you not improve? Sorry.
Yeah, but
I know.
That is like the one. That is like the one show that's like so old, but like still people agree on how good it is. Even today.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I just had to laugh about that because it's a show about nothing.
Serenity Now.
Yes. Maybe we'd have Bumblebee by then instead of Firefly. I don't know.
Oh.
And we'll have Star Trek or Star Wars 53 and Star Trek.
Well, no, they're only coming up on Star Trek 3 because they rebooted.
Yeah. Well, there's a pitch going for a new show I saw the other day. It was a new Star Trek series, but it's way wacky. I don't know if it'll take or not.
Let's have a Next Generation reunion.
You mean the geriatric generation reunion?
Oh.
I've seen most of them actually the last couple of years, and yeah, they're getting older. I love them all, but they're getting older. Well, and that was the problem. Brent Spiner can't wear the makeup anymore because his face isn't smooth enough to. Because that makeup, it's like cake makeup. You gotta really have smooth skin to be able to pull off an android.
Yeah, that's the problem with those unaging characters.
Yes. They need to get Mary Kay for Data. Just bring her back.
Oh, Dr. Soong, take me away.
Anyway.
All right. Are we done since we're waxing nostalgic?
Yeah, I think we are. I think we covered most of Gotham this week. It was fun. Another good episode, and I'm hoping that we keep getting them. They're going in the right direction now. They finally got a direction, I think, and that's a really good thing.
Yeah. So, everyone, share your thoughts with us about this week's Gotham, upcoming guest stars, or even Star Trek. You can email us beforethebat@gmail.com, on Facebook, we're Before the Bat, the Gotham Podcast, on Twitter, where you can join me every Monday at 8 for the live tweet of the new episodes, at Before the Bat Pod. And you can always talk anything DC or Marvel with me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com, and on Twitter, I'm at nightwingpdp, and Kelly, you're everywhere on the internet. Oh. Where can they find you?
Yes, you can find me all over the interwebs. On Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and about everywhere else that matters. At SuperSquint. That's SuperSquint. And, of course, you can also hear me on Queen Consolidated.
All right. Well.
It's been...
Come back. Yes. Come back next week. Who knows what crazy tangents we'll go off on.
Or who will be cobblepotted.
Yeah, I know. When Tyler said that, I'm like, we haven't mentioned that in a while. Some mayoral candidates were cobblepotted. All right.
That's right.
Let's get out of here. Until next week. Stop it. Until next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
The Gotham Podcast. Good night. And thank you for listening.
Good luck.
Welcome to
Sorry, that was just so obvious.
I know.
Okay. All right, let's try it one more time.
Okay. All right, hold on. Welcome to...
Gentlemen, ladies, others...